Good morning. I'm getting a drink. I know I'm late. I'm just trying to ripen my tomatoes. What's that plant? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I'll wait till I get some eyes on. Hopefully, I am on all the streams that I want to be. I've got that camera there. I wonder if I could switch between. Okay. I probably can actually. Anyhow, I'll wait for a few. Okay, I'm backstage. My mic is muted. Hello. Right, that's muted. That's fine. That's fine. That's muted. That's not. Okay. I've got a couple of people watching. So what I need is to see your comments. If I put that on the screen. Which we are featuring the stamps for today. Now, hopefully you can hear me. If I can see your comment. Hi, Arwen. There you go. So I can see your comments, which is great. Hopefully, if I go here, I will be able to see your comments on here as well. I select that chat. There you go. I can see you. Hello, Jenny. How are you? I'm going to be showing some of your samples today. My hands, I need some hand cream on. Anyway, I was going to do a live last night, so apologies I didn't go live last night, but we had a few technical issues. So we couldn't, but we're here today. A few minutes late, but that's okay. But I don't know about you guys. When I was trying to find everything, there's always one thing that you can't find. I can't find the stamping platform, the one that I like using, and I put tape on it as well so I could find it. But anyway, hello, good to see you here. What we're going to do is I'm going to take you through the new range, and we're going to do some. We're just going to have a play. We're going to have a play with what we've got. And I'm going to tell you all about different things that are coming up as well. I've also got ways of you. What's coming up? So I'm looking at my camera. Jenny, you're all good. That's good. That's good. Let's see. Okay. Now, there is free postage, which is activated. And if I haven't, then free UK postage, which I could actually live, because I can go onto my website and actually do that to make sure that that is up and running. At the same time, it's showing you the new range. If you've not seen this before, these are the tile range. I really love these. I really do. So these are based on some of my photographs, but they're also based on my drawings as well. Now, I love dandelions, and I've got some samples to show you as well, so I should get all these out. I love dandelions. I don't know about you. I love them when they turn into the clocks, and you can just blow them away. Love that. Well, that's something that I really like. So I wanted to make a couple of stamps out of that, but I also wanted to be. I'm not very organised, am I? To give you sort of like a 1960s vibe and feel to the stamps. So just to show you what you can do with those with the stamps, I've got the board here somewhere. I will be organised in a moment. Here we are. Here we are. Here we are. So much going on at the minute. I do apologise. So I need to, there you go. That's the board for them there. So you can see all the stamps, and you've got the geometric style clock here, and I'm going to turn the volume down on my computer, and then I'm not going to hear myself on that. Let's close that down. Okay. So you can see here that dandelion clocks, very geometric, really cool patterns as well to build on. And this gives you a chance really to create some lovely cards. I'll put anniversary and best wishes with this. Because I think this could be used in that way, because I really like that. So that's a little sample there, just simply using that nice little gold, I can't remember what it's called, I'm going to call it blobs, gold blobs in the middle. So that's your geometric. I don't know whether I've got any other samples using that. Hold the line caller. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Here it is. Okay. Because each set has little ones with them, I thought that was really nice as well. So very simple, very effective, very clean, very crisp. And you could see here using the little stamps from the other collection in the background. I used like a distress oxide on here just to give it a sort of like dreamy, milky effect in the background, which I really like. So you could do that, put them in the frame. Full age policy as well, so you can make, create and sell. So that's your geometric dandelion. I really like that. Really like that. Let's go on to the next one. This is proven to be really popular. These are all available individually. So they're available individually. And I am just going to start that. I'm just going to try and sign into my website again, just so I can make sure that this free PMP is still running. I'm sure. Let's put that in there. There you go. Continue with the email. Oh, honestly. Let's just go down to there. Yeah, I set up the free P&P last night when I was due to go live. So you've got the leaves here. I really like this one. I've done some really nice samples with this as well. Using it with shrink plastic. So that is using it with shrink plastic. And of course, when you do use it with shrink plastic, you can make earrings out of it, necklaces, and all sorts. And in fact, if I should show you here, there's a little jar full of shrink plastic that I've used with a couple of the stamps. So you can see you've got your leaves there, again, shrink plastic. You've got the mushrooms that we're getting to, again, in the shrink plastic. You've got the birds there. So they, if you are a lover of shrink plastic, these work really, really well. And then you can start to make like little earrings and things like that. I don't know if you can see that little tiny bird on shrink plastic. So that's good for making jewelry, and indeed putting it into projects like that. Still trying to sign in to my website. Okay, so you can use that with shrink. The leaves are really cool. I've done some other samples here somewhere. Generally, I think it's everywhere it should be. You know, when you need to find it. I can't find. Oh, here we are. Here we are. Here we are. Here we are. So you can take those just with some pinking shears, cut down the edge, and it almost creates a winter, autumn, and spring. Here it is with some like glossy accents on as well. I need to clean that, which I will. That's just on a plate, so that can go on the wall. It could be landscape or portrait, which is really cool. Let's just do that, and let's just go there. Bring in that Shopify again. Sometimes it lets me sign in. And then sometimes I'm just trying to sign into my website at the same time because it's something I totally forgot about. In there, log in. Let's see if that lets me log in. No, do you know what? I'm going to forget that. Forget that for now. Do the job in hand. Do the job in hand. So I thought that was really nice. And that's something that you can create. So if I go down to, I think it's that one, I can add in the leaves. You'll be impressed with this. Hang on. There you go. There you go. So those are the oak leaves. 10.99, but again, free P&P. If it's not free P at the moment, then just wait until after the live. You want to make sure it's available immediately. So those are the oak leaves, which are really nice. Takes us on to the mushrooms. These are cool. And I wanted to do a little bit of a fun sentiment. So I put to a fun guy, because I think these are really good for masculine cards. And again, you've got the positive and the negative. So you can use these together, you can use them separately, and they make a positive and a negative. And these will actually continue on in a pattern. So you've got the positive and the negative just there. You turn that around, let's just do that. And then you can print them together, but they'll also print on a continuous strip. So if you wanted to make a bookmark, for example, that says just a note to self, or a bag, for example, so that's your mushroom tiles, and apt for this time of year, really. So if I bring up the mushrooms, that will appear on the screen right there. Okay, let's see if we can not make a mess as we go through. So those are the mushrooms, which are lovely. Next are the dandelions. So not the geometric dandelions. And I love these. I really, really do. I think these are gorgeous. If I can just find the card for them. I don't have. Somewhere. These are really fun to play with, because you can turn these into various different designs. Again, you've got great value for money here, because you've got 2 sentiments in each pack. You've got the smaller tiles, and then you've got the larger ones as well. This one is by Jenny. What a clever card this is. You can see how the card is cut there. I think that's really clever. And then stamp them out in different colours. That was the mushroom one, to a fun guy. Again, this is just one that I was playing around with. I used them on the frame going around the outside, just blotted it with a jelly plate, and then put the singular ones on the inside. So the dandelions are really nice to play with, and I'll do a cool little demo in a moment with those to show you how you can change them into a Christmas card. So those are the dandelions. Again, beautiful for this time of year. Beautiful dandelions. If you want to go for those, the details will be on the screen in a moment's time. There you go. They'll pop up. There you go. Those are your dandelions. Let's move on to the crows. As you know, I'm obsessed with crows. And these little fellas were dancing in a supermarket car park in a puddle, just like that. This is actually a photograph. So I took the picture. I like the picture. I kept on looking at it, thinking, they're really cool, aren't they? And they're fun. They're gimmicky. So I took the picture, and hey presto, they now become a stamp. So again, I love those. I think they're so super cute. And you can use them as a couple, as you see them there, or you can stamp them singularly. I'll have a go at doing this. This is using one of the frames that I've got, just putting subtle little elements in the background, and then just putting the sentiment across. That's what these are really great for. Great for journaling, great for getting messy with, but also great for clean, crisp, and simple style cards. Again, it's a full angel policy, so you can use these, and you can make and create and sell if you want to. So those are the crow tiles. These are all available with a discount as a collection, but these are them individually. Love this. This is your retro bird. And again, he's so super sweet. And all of the stamps you can use as a positive and a negative, which is really cool. So if you wanted to join the two together, you can, or you can use them separately, like so. Use the cardstock for the colour of the bird, or use the ink of the stamp for the colour of the bird. I used it for a Christmas card. That's why I put festive greetings in this, because this little guy could be a robin. It could be a robin. It could be any bird you like. Here's a really cool card. This one's by Jenny. And as you can see there, you've got the birds looking one way, and then the singular one masked off to look the other. So that's really cute as well. That's your retro bird. And if you give me a sec, I should bring the details up for that. So that's your retro bird. Love that. Again, it's going to be great all year round. You can colour its breast. It could be a great tit, could be a coal tit, could be a sparrow, could be a little Jenny wren, could be a robin. That's why I kind of plumped up his image, because he started off. Have I got the book here? He started off a little wider. And if I can find this in here, little doodles. That's how he started off many moons ago. Just a little drawing. And I thought I need it to be a little bit more condensed, a little bit smaller, a little bit chunkier. So I started to, I can't find it now, but I started to draw him again and just make him a little plumper. I did think of doing that one. That might be one for the future. I just love birds. I love doodling with birds as well. Anywho's, that's how that one started its life. And then, of course, you develop it and create it and moving on. So we could do a cute little demo with that. Now, if you did want to go for all of them, they are available, the tile collection on the website. It is free P&P for anything over £35, but it is free P&P on all individuals at the moment. So again, if it's not free P&P when you go on, if you give me a moment, I'm just going to try and go into it again. For some reason, sometimes I go to sign in and it doesn't let me sign in properly because there are two kind of different websites to go to. Hi, Millie. Millie's just pondering around. So let's log in for there. Normally it logs straight in. I cleared my cache on my laptop the other day. No, Millie, leave the birds. Nothing coming up. Okay, let's see. Log in if you've already got a Shopify account. I have. Sign in with passkey. That's why. Hang about. Continue with the email. Create an account. No, I've already got one. Log in. Anyway, let's do a demo, shall we? Let's do a demo because we've been here long enough. But I've got to say a huge thank you to Glynis and Jenny for doing some wonderful samples and sending them in. I thought that was cute. Just did a little bit of a messy background. That's why these stamps are really cool, because if you want to use embossing powder, it makes them stand out. If you want to put them in your journals, print them on fabric, they're really, really good in all different ways of using that. Okay, might let me sign in now. No. Okay. That is my password. No, cancel. Whatever. Okay, right. So we've got the book there. Let's do a demo. Okay, let's do a nice little quick demo, shall we? Because that's what I like about these being so sweet and small that you can work with. And then I'm going to get the gel plate out. We'll do a demo with that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get some low tape, which I find really useful just for building up that around the outside. What I also love about these stamps as well is that, example, I've gone completely wrong on that, but it actually looks really nice when you bring it all together. So let's just build up like a little frame going around the outside. Where are you, Millie? Don't tell me what you're doing now. Where you gone? Where you gone? What are you doing? Hello, what are you on? Are you on that still? Don't shut. Hang on. Sorry, I'm only just looking at a piece of card. I'm all out. I'm just going to shut my back door. That's something you don't really get on Facebook. Right, let's get that tape and put it down here. Shut my back door live on Facebook. There you go. Right, can you see that? No, I'm going to move the camera a little bit. Hold fire for the wibble wobble. Hold fire for the wibble wobble. There you go. That's good. That's good. So you can see that and that's straight. Can you remove the QR code so that you can see the demonstration? Yeah, will do. Let's just get rid of that. Thank you. Hang on, cancel. I can get rid of it. And I will get rid of it. No, hang on. Now that's brought up the we're going into that in a few moments' time. There you go. Right. Thank you. Thank you for that. I wasn't really looking at the screen. Thank you. Done it. I'm glad you guys are here. Right. Okay. Let's do a quick demo, shall we? Let's get some ink, first of all. Let's get some Stormy Sky. And then let's get a mask. You don't need to use a mask. You can cut out a bit of paper. I am restocking these. These will be available on my website again, sold out. but they are coming. They will be available. So let's do that. Let's just build that. So let's put that there. Then let's get background moon or sun. It could be any size. You don't have to do this. If it's a moonless night or a cloudy day, you don't have to do that. There's my Pokemon. Here we go. Now, if anybody's interested, I will be at the Motorcycle Museum Craft Show, which is this Saturday. And I should be on the stall H2 with our Janie. So looking forward to that. Right, okay, let's just get a little bit of storm, shall we? You can get really creative with this. You could put an ombre. Let's just press a little bit harder. Sometimes it's better to build it up, isn't it, than go in too hard. And it also depends on the cardstock you're using as well. You could add some different effects to it. As long as you get around the hills and around that sun to give that overall effect. If you've got any white, I don't mind when I'm using the different brushes that I've got if it leaves a bit of white, because for me that could be a cloud. You could also take that off with some water as well, but I don't mind that as long as it gives a suggestion. So let's just do that. Okay, so that's the sky. Again, these are really, really quick makes. Look how crisp that looks. You don't actually need to use a lot of ink, because when you pull that back, you can see just how beautiful that is. Let's pop that back here. Again, you can rip the card up. You don't need to buy a mass. It's easy to do. Easy to do. Let's put that back. There you go. Always keep them organised. Try to keep them clean. But I'm never that organised. Okay, right. We are now, she says, oh my days, do you know what? I don't even know where they are. Hang on. I'm going to get the dandelion stem, which should be somewhere. Into a box now. Find them. Great, welcome to my world, everybody. Totally disorganised, not knowing what I'm doing or where anything is. Is it in this? I've got boxes everywhere. You believe it? It's after the show. I just got one. Are they in there? I mean, I'm asking you guys. You can't even see what I'm looking for from here. But never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. We'll just we'll open a new one, shall we? Let's do that. Treat yourself. A new stamp. Okay. So let's get that little dandelion. Let's pop that on there. I use VersaFine Claire, but there's you know what, there's all sorts of different inks that you can use. And I'm going to use this differently. I'm going to use this as a little tree. Now, it doesn't matter if I didn't ink that up properly, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm not going to go over it again, because not every tree is totally perfect, is it? Not every tree is totally perfect. There you go. Let's get a bit more. Here's a question. Do you take your stamp to the ink pad, or do you take the ink pad to the stamp? There you go. I didn't press down enough, but that's okay. That's okay. You get the gist. I'm not going to be too perfect on this. Okay. If I pull that back, you can see lovely crisp edge just runs into nothingness. So I'm going to get Lost Shadow. Who sang that song? Moon Shadow, not Lost Shadow. It was Moon Shadow, wasn't it? Oh, hello, Julia. Julia McNeil. Now, super excited. I'm off to Inverness next week with our loose hymns to go up and meet Julia. And we have a crafty workshop. I believe, and Julia can add to this, I believe we've got some tickets left. I think we're down to limited spaces, but we've got some tickets left. You get a goodie bag worth £50, and you get myself, Lou Sims, and the lovely Julia McNeil for a workshop for the whole day. And we're going to have lots of fun in Inverness. So if you live in the Highlands, see that nice crisp? If you live in the Highlands, go to jmcdesigns.co.uk and you'll find the tickets. I'm just going around the edge a little bit just to make it more crisp, just to make it more crisp. So love that. Lost Shadow. Those are the two that I've used there, Lost Shadow and Stormy Sky. Then I'm going to go down to Time for Something New. Time for Something New. I could use the festive, but I don't know. I really don't know what I've done with my collection stamps. I don't really want to open another one. So let's just do Time for Something New. And then I'll bring in the festive greetings and show you what it might look like that. Okay, let's just put that there. Time for Something New. Because there's a new stack. Yay, time for something new. That's lovely. Right, let's take off the crispness and show you that lovely crisp white outside. Simple, effective, and find some coloured card for that to go on. What colours we've got? We've got like a nice light grey. You've got all kinds of things that you can put this on. I've got different colours here. If you wanted to highlight the blue, that would look really nice, would it not? But if you wanted to use the festive greetings, you could do something like that. So that's one little example of how you can use the dandelion to make a Christmas card, which is really nice, and I love. Okay, right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that back there, and I'm going to get out the gel plates. Ta-da! All of a good gel plate, don't we? I wish if you just keep looking at that for a moment. Do might have a stamp somewhere. I'm supposed to be using it for this demo. I don't think I left them. I know they're in a box here somewhere. So you have to do find them. I know they're in a box somewhere. Okay, never mind. What I'll do it with another stamp. But that's fine. Okay, so here we go. I've got my big one out, so I don't have a small one. I don't want a small one. I'm going to use the grungy frames again. Now these are also available on nations.com. So I'm going to use that one, that film strip. So I like that one. Okay, not the camera. Don't worry. And I'm going to get a couple of colours. And I want this to be quite muted. So I might use fake jeans for this. And I'll tell you what, let's use these two colours.